And this is a global picture. So artisanal gold production is a big piece of the pie in some countries, but not in the U.S. If we were to see this pie for just the U.S., fossil fuel combustion for power and heating would be our biggest single source. And it's worth mentioning on that global perspective that mercury is a global pollutant, with much of global emissions now coming from Asia. In the northeastern U.S., we could see some global mercury, but a large portion is probably from coal-fired utilities upwind of us. And as we know, what goes up must come down. So this map shows emissions, wet deposition. So that's mercury dissolved in rain and snow. That's collected every week by the Mercury Deposition Network, part of the NADP network, nationwide. And they put out an annual map as well as providing data on weekly time steps on their website. So this is just showing mercury deposition dissolved in rain and snow. There's another big piece of deposition, which is dry deposition, so dust and particles in air, and is not shown here. And depending on your type of landscape, that can equal or exceed this wet deposition picture. So once that mercury that was once emitted and now deposited lands on our watersheds through atmospheric deposition, it begins a complex and, in some components of the watershed, poorly understood cycle. Although we do understand some sections of this mercury cycle. So much of the mercury is retained temporarily or longer in soils and litter, but ultimately it does end up in runoff and aquatic systems, so streams, wetlands, and lakes. And I